Good afternoon, everybody. Today is August 23rd. Time for another Buoy 10 update. Well, today was one of those days where it was just flat out fun. It didn't matter if you were where you were fishing, if you're trolling fast, trolling slow, deep water, shallow water, everybody was catching fish. So the Cliff Notes version of the report today is that fish were caught at Buoy 10, fish were caught on the red line, fish were caught at Hammond, fish were caught at the sawdust pile, fish were caught at the green line and here at the bridge on the Oregon side, fish were caught over on the Washington side at the bridge on the Encombe. They were also caught between 1 and 7 there at Ilwaco all the way up to the Church Hole. They were also caught up at Tongue Point. So what does that mean? There are fish everywhere. Doesn't matter where you go. Talk to buddies who got all their fish down at Buoy 10 and we were fishing up above the bridge. We got all of ours. Well, actually, let me take that back. We got all of our kings, but we were 2 coho short of getting our coho limit for the boat too. So coho are starting to show up a little bit, not a ton, but it's just flat out fun fishing. We had one lure that just absolutely did great today, but in talking with one of my other buddies, he didn't get a bite on it, so it's just random. But what I will say is whatever color you do choose, I'm going to show you my spinners here. I'm a firm believer in contrast and giving the fish a target, and this is something that just makes me feel better. It doesn't mean that this is the only way to do it or that you need to do this too. This is something that just makes me feel better when I'm trolling my gear. Is I put a contrasting bead in the middle of my spinner build, whether it's a wire spinner or a soft spinner. And let me show you what I mean by that. There you go, flipped around. So, trying to keep you guys out of the wind here. All right, so you can see here, it's just a Mexican hat, but I got this one bead in the middle that's contrasting. So it gives those fish a little bit of a target, and I did it on my Bronco as well. Trying to hold steady here in the waves. There you go. So same deal on both spinners. You can see they're a little bit beat up after today. It was a blast. Today was a lot of fun. Just, it didn't matter what color was down there. They did well. That Mexican hat I just showed probably had most of our bites, but that was also the first rod to the fish all day long because the way the boat was crabbing in the wind. So who knows? But going back to that contrasting bead, I think it helps. It makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. And so I like doing that on all my spinner builds, whether it's these little size 3 Moki blades or on up to size 7s. I like to have contrast. It gives them something to target, like I mentioned earlier. So I don't know. That's it's really not much to talk about. Like I said, there were literally fish caught everywhere. It didn't matter where you went, people caught fish. So today was a good day. And what I also noticed is that even when we were upriver, as I came back downriver, so I was going past all the tankers, we were up above Tongue today, but I don't know if that's going to fish tomorrow. It shouldn't. But what I saw today and what I heard on the Washington side, it sounds like there's just fish funneling in. So it truly is pick your favorite place to fish, closest spot to your boat ramp if you're in a smaller boat. Just go out there and put lines in the water. Trust your electronics. I cannot stress that enough. Trust your electronics. The fish, you know, early on in the season, I was really focused in on water temp. These smaller tides, it doesn't matter as much. And frankly, there's just fish all over the estuary. So less focus on water temp, more focus on your electronics, wherever you're marking them in the water column. We were fishing at one point in 20 feet of water and at another point in 50 feet of water. So just make sure that your gear is in the strike zone, close to those fish, and you'll get bit. This is fun. This is the way it's supposed to be. I can't wait for tomorrow. Much better now. Much better. There were some rough days early on in the season, but this feels like Buoy 10. It was a blast. So hopefully you guys are coming down here for the next week or two. There should be a bunch of fish. Hopefully some more coho showing up, and we'll see you down here. Later.